We are in this business to win power. Here, emotional and here personalities. I'll give you examples. We are here to win power. In the end, it is a shame to see the power of the Kenyan. And the NDC always shows us the way.
Some of our presidential aspirants have embarked on a religious and tribal bigotry and propaganda against me in a desperate attempt to win votes. They totally ignore all the data and findings about why we lost the 2024 elections.
Eja tuntum eja sese eja kokopa eja aye volley and then will MPP gidi. Now this time around enye Kennedy or Compreko in Japan MPP be ye ni ade ni say agu we dey atasa pa hey Bryan Acheampong out to be a man Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia what just a left right center was sending him po na Bawumia so responded or say answer mon kan okuro na mo say yes asante kai ba we pa de mon kai enti 2016 the meyema MPP menasi ni then ma Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia or this high response here ma Bryan Acheampong na enye no ko a amonfo say Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia over we president no omunim ajapade awo ene omunim dodo awo nti onye grateful edi si for say omo toman twa baby ana omo hwe omo nka ase puduo no enhye demo na hye a o say ye ampa ene na dwumadie no omo hye mu kena there's a 2028 no agbenya ebuba for rough way naked truths our old burger trends come on na subscribe like na share ma unia esuja bi hwe uya for comment no for to comment section na say boko MPP na eja tuntum pa eja hye abeka omu Bryan Acheampong aja na mpoabo na oguso o ye campaign kansa ma kire delegates mo hwe de ekoso na monto abama me Bryan Acheampong young man exuberant sikaso ami wo bi cash great abu am wo sese e friend say aburo abu agwa anim no just de ba kan bia metimaye de mu ba kan bia metimaye say na nipa say 26,000 bia me spending be say 2 million Ghana cedis e wo so o say MPs do na e wo East region onu nko single handedly emu ba ko 27 there o bo modern mo music am mo dey campaign na we na owie na o say one reason there ni ko asem ha mo ko to abama Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia ene say oye Mamprusi ni se ko pie mu apa Easter Bawku Mamprusi for any kusasa for ku gidi in as much as just one township and queen and kana kan na hwe santa ko na ekoso no me say na MPP fu as nipa amode ne ba yi onu nko oye Mamprusi ni oka ho ama Mamprusi fu anya no eye dede diwa edugu friends kusasa fu so eka ho one of the key reasons why MPP 2024 mu lose by 1.6 million vote no enwa enti mu hwe na man san koto aba ma Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia na wai ana Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia say Bryan Acheampong na so na ote ana say enti 2020 friends 2016 abra me Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia na me man lectures upon lectures na me ko University of Ghana Legon na ko ma lectures na ko Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology na ko ma lectures na me na Bigotry na me ma lectures me kire certain questions ni na ma Dr. friends say Amisata say papa vice president also we economist now we governor of Bank of Ghana bra but so office 71 questions see o si ni oye ni na ma MPP efa so ewi ni power no enti MPP fo munyaye na mo say ni say o ne Mamprusi that time no mon kana kore no onye Mamprusi ni ana o srebusawu no onye Mamprusi ni.
As we prepare to go into the primaries, I am very, very concerned and troubled that some of our presidential aspirants have embarked on a religious and tribal bigotry and propaganda against me in a desperate attempt to win votes. They totally ignore all the data and findings about why we lost the 2024 elections and want to mislead the delegates and the party with such propaganda. The one such issue that has come up, and I think it's important for all of us to know, is the Mamprusi-Kusasi conflict. An aspirant has said that delegates should not vote for me because I am a Mamprusi man, and that we will lose votes in the Kusasi areas and other areas. This is very unfortunate and demonstrates a complete lack of understanding of the situation on the ground. Ladies and gentlemen, since 1965, there have been 11 elections in Ghana. Since 1965. And the performance of the LPP in the our tradition, in the 6 Bawku zone seats, there are 6 seats in the Bawku zone. If you look at it, the performance is as follows. In 1965, our tradition had 0 seats. At that time, I was only 2 years old. I had nothing to do with it. In 1969, we had 2 seats. In 1979, under the Tosu's leadership, we had 0 seats. In 1996, we had 0 seats in that area. In 2000, we had 1 seat. In 2004, under President Ford, we had 0 seats. 2008, we had 1 seat. 2012, under President Ford, we had 0 seats. 2016, we had 2 seats. 2020, we had 1 seat. And 2024, we went back to 0 seats. What all the data is saying is that out of the 6 seats in the NPP, out of the 6 seats, the 11 elections, NPP has 0 in 6 of the 11 elections. So this is not an area that is a stronghold of the NPP. In fact, if you took the whole Bawku zone, the 6 constituencies put together, we lost just 30,000 votes in 2024. So you can't look, it is not the Bawku election that made us lose 2024. And we need to be very clear about that the data shows that the Bawku factor was not a factor in the outcome of the 2024 elections, that we should stop moving in that direction.
Eti Bryan Acheampong akasa Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia so say me so me respond also responding na way and Bryan Acheampong said to us say enye Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia kwa do ni we see MVP kasa hit what ejapa and the MPP musa no Bryan Acheampong say onim dey ha MPP leadership no onim sebi kafra che onim say amodwenedwene ye dia o say adan a yenko tamale central enko contest na akotie de ebeko indi NDC for so ntwe NDC for so omo ntwe omo do me contest o say de bia mu NDC for twe we no na so as ye ni afira ehu o say for a power and ye petumi. We are looking for power. We are hungry for power. Now when opportunity corner contest say our Tamale Central never vote na unya no. Say see plain say kata ye two national bar NDC and MPP ebenya more vote our Tamale Central na so munya. And no one will say is NDC doing something right? I say yes sir. Yes we tactics na masemonko we ani kai empany for leaders are ya di koye jam no hwede moye.
We are in this business to win power. Here, emotional and here personalities. I'll give you examples. We are here to win power. In the end, and the NDC always shows us the way. There's no emotions. Sometimes we get carried away with emotions when we have to do the politics. Me, I would have contested power. I I would have contested them. So by election, by election, you can't say that the papa, and you can't point out fast one. The boy. But by election, you wouldn't hear it. And we are a political party. Until you say, you have got Tamalinu Grano, they are contesting how I 2028, you know, that is what we want to do.
Now, when Bryan Acheampong, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia so support as a check. Now we will be a Manaka Bawumia and I will confound. Hey, I was a month to was you. Almost a check, and you will Bryan Acheampong now, and Clever for the Senate. I was need to tell a more tono. And Kao tono qua fala. And Kao tono fala. And I did 40, and I'm saying, the name said, no, could you black way in there? Gingim did not as a Muya 9 said, yet. Almost we are Bryan Acheampong supporters, just from a friend saying, contest us not to almost supporters every day. MPP. Dabi. Bryan Acheampong supporters say, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia canokre. Over a friend saying, vice president for the MPP. Now that we see a 3-bedroom map, 3-bedroom friend is a house and a wall. And then who are more than 3 bedroom, who are about 50 houses. The air nyabatre. MPP be pamo pa. Men yet said the MPP be mama and namuya one in my. Ye knew I send you a brow over 50 houses. Obey. Let me say, hey, vice president one over 50 houses. None didn't get your huh? None of us may get your say. It's our lifestyle audit now. Don't believe us here. And I say, because some MPP before they accuse MPP will say, from one house to over 50 houses, they are any home. Papa. MPP before they have to man more. When you were two, now we are to Kennedy count. Aye. Now Kennedy here count and say, according to Musa Dankwa, our global analytic info, a penny. Eddie in the Soviet Basse, as it stands now, say Uba Timamufona, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, I say, on a man for the feeling of Kakra. Pa. Nemo Uba delegates now, as it stands. Papa, your friend Kennedy, or compare in Japan, any lady. As a delegates now, shall say the Omoda in corner show. Let me say, that is a Bryan Acheampong and Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia walking to go in Ayakwa. According to global info analysis, Musa Dankwa said, per the MPP delegates as it stands now. Papa friend Kennedy compare kwa Japan and Olidi race nigidi pa. It is Bawumia any Bryan Acheampong and say money ma adutu mu and say money ma o meti mu na otilo no de kwada da. Na enyanam emwa MPP inti Bryan Acheampong a oyef ope flag bearer position na di ana ka MPP executive na abum sa na wa yam rough sa wa ka mu na abum o wa yam mo say ah te so mu nim de mo ye sa na oba kire so mu nim de mo ye a enka so mo ko tamale central me kana Musa Dankwa ebe kan say hey next mo contest tamale central as a leadership of the MPP na as mo yam no do mu nim de mo ye and then Bryan Acheampong all contest for the flag bearership I be so January 31st January 2026 31st January 2026 or say hey young people benefit for lie munim dem way munim dem yan kama anya sa na uboje di say MPP an contest per the MPP let am dey buy o man contest ability not nemo no maame na ye na adwi say me contest o ye ne yen mpanimfo a o mo ba say Bawumia ko chesika a friend is saying Kennedy Kocheska, Bryan Acheampong Kocheska. But according to the party hierarchy, the party executives, Oman contested. Now imagine, look at this surprise. Oman contested. No, I'm going to let us say Oban because he's changing the oil. I'm going to parliament. The minority side of the MP before. I'm going to read the media budget and I'm working out because Yabu our commission, our black man not according to the MPP executives, not among contesting. Look at this. Something you wrote a letter as the party executives. saying you won't partake. Now, will be a stubborn. Baby, once man call oko no go pra. And so about what's that crocrono. Bon outside bon account. Neighbor, our commisimo, alpha party, asem anyahe. Omoko. Yakobo our commissi, and nunti. Sani minority side I want parliament on me at a sessi. A Ghana for an asmo almost say. Omunko representatives, Munko Jina, Sa constituency na name. Nandi Ecosu Biano, Muntia Nanka Ghana, first Nanka, yet our home meeting now. Coming in as MP. Over by the budget, one you didn't partake. And then, while when you be our contest, say, Munsan him the Moye, Tamil Central, also another mistake. And they be ya, Muye ya, ne, Mamun for Dimatemi, Ebebuani. Now, Honorable Adam, Agbena, our Ketu South, MP. Honorable say, Honorable Omohe, Bawumia ne, Bryan Acheampong, Mundi Mwatem. That's a Muba Guinia. That's the NDC for shy edits our playbook na ba say oh Buka say Bawumia why say Bryan Acheampong Muka say why say Kennedy Muka say why say now one come over fair na mo the book and na mo the videos that's the social media no no be a baby and the one muka tell mo no na o meka tia mo o mo ka asem kofuro bia nkyere mo mo amuni mo atem mo information ni na amra out na 2028 and say we are grown bareful because we there mo na mo wiwe mo.
But you asked a question about the internal issues of our opponents, the NPP. Roland, and on a day like this, we remember fondly Dr. Edward Kofi Omani-Boama. He had a profound phrase that he will always say whenever we were confronted with challenges within. He will tell you that organize, don't agonize. We have seen, Roland, that our opponents are at each other's throat, throwing tribal bullets at each other and what have you. But the most interesting thing in all of these internal challenges or chaos that the NPP is experiencing is the fact that some of the things that they accused NDC of, some of the things that they accused us of, some of the things that they said that we were behind and that they were lies, they were propaganda, they are the things they themselves are saying now. For example, over the weekend on social media, recall when Malik Basintale raised issues with some practices. I don't want to repeat them, that some things that he said Dr. Bawumia was engaged in, even as a Muslim. They came hard at him. In fact, the MPP, the kind of things they did to Malik over that issue. You recall these issues around alcohol, pork, and other things. Those conversations, alcohol, like I said, I don't want to get into it. Those are things that the way they came hard at Malik Basintale. But today on social media, MPP folks are throwing, they are accusing Dr. Bawumia, and they are accusing each other of some of these things. Look at Dr. Bryan Acheampong. I have met him in Parliament. When the Ayawa Sowers who gone by election violence occurred, and the NDC accused him of being the mastermind behind the chaos, the NPP denied. But today, NPP folks have printed a flyer calling it 10 sins of Dr. Bryan Acheampong. And one of the things, but it is the first thing they stated, that he masterminded the Ayawa Sowers who gone by election violence, that people were butchered, people were shot, and all of that. So all of a sudden, the things that they said we were lying, the NDC was lying, it was propaganda, they themselves are now throwing it at that they are saying it, they are revealing it. So time has really vindicated us in the NDC. Recall the issues about buying of hotels and how they went after Honorable Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa. Look, within that period, because I have worked with Honorable Ablakwa, the way the NPP came at him, accused him, insulted him, look, denigrated him for calling out Dr. Bryan Acheampong in his attempt to buy the Snit hotels. Today, MPP members, people close to Dr. Bawumia and people close to Kennedy Acheampong and co. are the people mentioning that when he had the opportunity as a cabinet minister, he wanted to buy state hotels. So all of a sudden, it is no more an NDC propaganda. So we are taking notes. We are taking notes because all the things that they described as lies and propaganda from us are being re-echoed by them, and they are saying it so loud that we have the receipts. We are keeping the receipts. Today, if it was the NDC that accused Kennedy Acheampong of being reckless or being, say, irresponsible in his commentary and what have you, they would have come after us. And those are the things that they did in the past. But today, it is the NPP, some executives, leading members, some even former appointees who are calling out Kennedy Acheampong and using some of these words to describe him as a tribal bigot, an irresponsible man, and what have you. So for me, the only lesson, key lesson, profound lesson I am learning in this MPP internal contest is that time is a true revealer of things. And this time, the internal contest is vindicating the NDC. Because, Roland, these are things we said in the past, and they said we were lying, they called us names. But today, they are the ones throwing these things at each other. We are taking notes. We are keeping the receipts. And at the right time, we will use them. Finally, again, when we said Dr. Bawumia was incompetent, he could not run the economy, and that he messed up Ghana's economy, and that given the opportunity, he will mess the economy more. We saw what they did, haircuts, subjected Ghanaians to buy forced haircuts, proper haircuts on our investment. Even retirees were not spared in the wickedness in the execution of the economic agenda. They said, oh, you know, Dr. Bawumia was economic whiskey, and they touted him as, not part of the mess. So they tried pushing all the blame on His Excellency President Akufo-Addo, and they trying to delink Dr. Bawumia from the mess. And so anytime anything good was mentioned, Dr. Bawumia takes credit. And then when it comes to the mess and the challenges, the failure of the government, they say, oh, that one was Akufo-Addo. But today, MPP members, former appointees, members of parliament, former ministers are the ones telling us that Dr. Bawumia is so incompetent and he cannot manage the economy. After the primaries, let none of those people turn back and come to tell us that Dr. Bawumia is competent. Because we are taking notes.
Well, if he's the one chosen, you have no choice.
No, if he's the one chosen, don't come and polish him. Because in this contest, you are telling us that he was a mess of an economic manager. And so, if he emerges as the winner, don't try and come into, polish him now and make him look like he's somebody who can manage the economy. All I'm saying is that, Roland, whatever they are saying about Dr. Bawumia now, they should maintain same after he is elected. Whatever they are saying about Bryan Acheampong, they should maintain same after he is elected. Whatever they are saying about Kennedy Acheampong, and I believe Kennedy will win. When he wins the elections, the same comments that the MPP members are telling us that he is reckless, he is irresponsible, he is a tribal bigot, those are the things we'll see on the billboard for 2028. Let nobody attempt to clean up the mess of any of the candidates that we met from the internal primaries, because whatever they are saying about them now, Roland, that is what we are taking as the indubitable
well, the NDC is
truth.
taking note of the...
When the numerous MP before it, when NDC was here, Yeremo, Mundi one time, Namrapa, they become once and Zede, Kimpaluta can us and give time sometimes. Yamam Renomre, Namrano Swan, and the Bill said, the Mamuka, more Musimun to Magufi, our Montano, a better fee crown and I, a bit defining your mouth. The NDC was a yamoya, yes, we're here yet day. I put to a bank grand is there from when people don't want to say. First of all, I started with top to down approach. Kennedy, Bryan Acheampong, your madrid said non-comedy court. I didn't judge your court, your court macho sign. Now, the next question, I'm unfortunately true back and say this same current executive, including the then president, Nana Akufo-Addo, and a year weird, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. ama enu nti alankyere mantan bu afu akote ate afranto party moving for change Kennedy enu na ebewie ete bibi friend show down nanado memo show down Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia memo show down esa different ho ene akwa be present say sa nkofu ko na ana leaders ema friends Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia ewini ya adenti ana that same people ya nto omo so aba no omo say to so omo say ye tam so he am say na mo tam so ye say ye we are not in rush ye we thank you talk cry ye ko eko we se kantwe eko we the time between Kennedy and abronye wo bono region eko we Kumasi ne ye wo bisikan ho na Kennedy se mi nkobio ho na party a friends e chairman se mi nkobio ye mpa atwon we ye na se we ye ho na ye se okay ene ye ngogina so nkwato aba enko new leader said ye be ya entokwa na ye be ku trika be ku awie no na time ya so na ndisi fo so be yom de so be trika ni afa wa ba de tumi ana ye mama tia se enwa mo empremprem abufo da so mu nyina makomam enti mu da so ko ntokwa enti Bryan Acheampong eni Kennedy ntokwa eto ontwa ne to ontwetwena na nu ya deputy communication director edema a friend say MPP and oka Kennedy Japan campaign team no say Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia shake was wa bona ya hweye ofen obi ba jeki na nu ya tema central o say campaign do ye ma Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia no e na nwa so we opoto na papa na ngasa na o masa de ba mwa ana mo say na satan we campaign mana no na unka no na so na me Kennedy ni na emom no ada ye to abawie ya Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia edi nkunim na gazo ki masoche because a candidate na ye push no anya me candidate nchen atwan wo me ne kura na me so na mta na chi enti my father Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia mbabiu. Now the current executive still want Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. The new current executive I want to support Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. So is it the choice of the party or the choice of the leadership? At the point you feel as you I feel and get to crash as and then I can see the be pa. I got 5 months. Your August, September, October, November, December, January. Now 31st na you have a trouble in 2026. Minim say I got 2-3 months I need hit in the hit pa. E be hit pa. After be edi obi akeni. Mo ba wie na magu party ndada. Empenifo enka mu jai de mo ye na mutie. Omo na omo criticize look. Every kind of this election be starting from bottom to up. Here too omo amo ase ni wie hu say we mu na go decide about our leader na hu say ade a party no the grassroots ni pe. But they say they be empe grassroots they pe. E first say the palm tree the leaves no ho na am decide mra. Nti aso for na decide na ase for na de one kwe adoni kiu ne keke. Na say yen konkon a yen twonwom. Well, Bryan Acheampong still fire upon the mountain. While fire Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia rough. Bawumia responded. Kennedy Crawford say Oma dey referee. Omunya word so omo change BC. But according to Musa Dankwa Global Info Analytics, say assistance na Kennedy Japan comfortable lead. For comments, at the comment section na say you are subscribing, like it. Let's say ma unia enye bihwe. Why Anna officer at the end of the day, from that 31st of January 2026, obey victorious. Now, and to go so far, no, doesn't make sense. And a bit must stop it. Emre, and then crabby and Tifawo, or comment to comment section. I say, Edino Eba Cope Maxi Billion, our naked truths on Bigotry. Macro. Bye bye.